Okay. We started this working again, but we need more lumber. While we need more lumber, we're going to... This is, of course, the other annoying thing, having to bounce these around. It is morning. Only one iron arrow to retrieve. Unfortunate. Hoping there'd be more. Okay. It's not reloaded. Why is it not reloaded? We can skin this though. Makes me think a point in the huntsman again might actually be helpful. But I think it's definitely lower priority than some other stuff is the thing. Okay. Got 3 mods, including a wood splitter in here. Deal nearly 80 damage per swing. Obviously 80 damage would be nice, because then that'd be at an even divisor of this, but still. Way better than like the 20 to 25 we start off with, right? So we're harvesting trees at like 6 times the rate of the default. So I was not taking chances with the wolf. Like if it had reached a melee, I was gonna melee. Until then, I was dropping some range firepower on it. And I seem to remember having like once this finishes, we want to continue making those. We have 123 so far. We need to figure out where we want to put the farm. I'm gonna guess just to the north. I wonder if concrete's basically become our main source of XP long term. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just put 1 point at least into salvage operations, just because it's like a 44% increase in harvesting rate and more materials and all of that. Never gonna be more than that. I don't know. About 3,000 lumber. was gonna say we can go and stop at like 6,000 lumber, but I'm now kind of questioning that given how fast we burned through that other 6,000 lumber, right? We had to like put frame shapes on. So maybe we'll try to go to like 12,000 lumber. We're burning through it. We're not even making wood spikes right now. That's gonna eat up more lumber. They're doing to make sure we get the farm stuff started today. Though again, I realize we only have like 4 seeds, so it's not gonna be as impressive as I'd like. Puny tree. You dare come to my glorious self-planted forest? These little trees have no respect for their elders, no respect. Hello. Got a mini horde here. If only we could find some eggs in these bird nests. I did see the zombie over there, I just don't care enough about running after it right now. It's our last bacon and eggs. Should still make grilled meat and other stuff for a bit, but the more advanced recipes are going to require plants and food that we don't have yet, basically. Hello. I still have like 2,000 cobblestone on this right now, okay. And eventually, if we get shotgun parts, we can focus on crafting like a good shotgun. It'll synergize well with the strength. Of course, the whole shotgun head, depending upon how bad the spread is, the whole headshot shotgun damage might not mean much because you might just have to aim at the center of their torso. Look at that. No eggs, still. It's another iron mine down there, as you probably recall. Probably plan on planting some more trees here. I still have a lot. We're at 9,000 lumber now. Maybe we can hold off on the tree planting a little bit longer. Spice to have made so far. We are going to make, I think, as much as we need, it looks like. This is a nitrate mine over here. Eggs? Nope. No eggs. Got 20 experience per swing here, it looks like. This is about destroyed, so let's switch over to this, so I don't have to cancel more stuff. So about 50 XP per swing with this. So I already have more than enough nitrate to start, if we have 3 mods here. The club keeps its 3 mods. So the club only has 2 mods, okay. Not quite. Okay. So that'll go from there. I'm gonna do something similar to what we did before. iron nitrate, we may make a smaller, so we have, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 10 by 10. If we had the Gravedigger mod, I think we'd be able to two-shot this. So we got that. Let's go over one more over here. Yeah, it needs repairs now. Mine. Or digging, I guess, in this case. Getting ready for the Horde Night tomorrow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 5 more in this direction. Need 2 more. We will have enough supply drop today, so we probably might as well get that. Where's our main fort? Up to the northwest, technically. Okay. We have 600 nitrate. We don't actually need more right now, so maybe we should worry about this after we get the spikes and everything up, shouldn't we? Just confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Confirmed. And part of the goal of this is to make sure that we don't undermine all of the foundation of this mine. That's why we're setting these blocks up. Like, hey, if you dig out from underneath these, you should replace these blocks, or it could have very bad consequences. I wanted to make more cobblestone. We're trying to make those traps, or a workbench would come in handy. I guess it would be faster to maybe make the wood spikes and then upgrade them in that regard, but then having to again upgrade the spikes is annoying. So how much do you really gain? I don't know. We need the clay. The very weird zombie animations are annoying at times. They'll shift faster than anything reasonably would. There's no pivoting or whatever, it's just, nope, I just twitched and my head's now moving in another spot. finish this part at least. I'm not going to mine more, but I am going to prep this for later. I guess I must have hit this with the axe earlier or something while trying to clear off grass fibers, I'm guessing. Pop out of mine over here. Then we head there. That looks like that'll work. Yep. Okay, we'll worry about that more later. We have the nitrate we came for right now. We have an iron mine over here. Should we need it? That right there, that ain't great. Really feels more obvious in some cases what was actually damaged. Gotta dig the outer layer for spikes here now. Doing some gardening. So just a question, how long is it gonna take? How long are the farm plots themselves going to take to craft is something that I'm curious about. Well, let's get to digging. And even after all that, I missed some. So our first goal is 2 iron spikes around the perimeter. Helps if I am not trying to scratch an itch at the same time. Let's go ahead and grab the airdrop. Which looks like it might not be that far from the airdrop was or something. I don't know. Zombies, I would love to stay and fight, but I'm on a mission here. Motel, oil change. Admittedly, this is one of the few times where that bicycle might come in handy. Dang trees obscuring it. Somewhere over here. pumpkin seed recipe, which we already know in effect, so that doesn't really help. Food bundle, maybe that'll be helpful. I'm gonna toss out these pine seeds, we don't care about those. We have way more than what's needed. Okay, so, and over to the north we think is where the other supply crate dropped. Let's go investigate that. See, these birds' nests I'm not destroying because I haven't been in this area for 13 days now. So I very well might come back and find that they're all respawned. I'm not going to spend all day looking here, but if it's something we can reasonably find. I'll go for it. Okay, so we think it would have been... Let's go ahead and mark. So I basically want to line those things up there. First of all, do we see any sign of it? Just lying around over here. An egg, hooray. We are encumbered. We don't need the lead. We have way more lead than we'll need. I'm not seeing it right now, and I think we're going too far. So what we do is we line up basically what we want to do is line this up here. Then check back along this route, because that's the path it looked like it was getting dropped on. And if we find it on the way back, great, and if we don't, then we don't worry about it. It still, wait, it still has the smoke after all this time, or? I don't know. Well, there it is. We found it. Got another egg. Hip hip hooray. A beaker. Melee mods bundle 01. Find any more eggs? How many eggs have we found so far? 4. Okay, well that helps a lot actually. Get that bacon and eggs going. It's really more like deer and eggs or venison and eggs, or the bacon part is obviously misnoming, but steak and eggs is a normal thing as well, so. Really, it's more like meat and eggs. I don't know. There's nothing inherently special about bacon or something. Kill a bunch of people very angry with me for that statement. What is that, a chicken or a rabbit? Not worth trying to chase it for much longer. We did find yucca though, so there's that. More rotting flesh. There's another egg. Get rid of that because we found it. I don't think we're going to find another egg before we get back. Any signs of bird nests over here? So, we're 21 down, so that should not... How much stamina per second does it claim we're getting back? 9. Why is it only 9? I mean, nothing we're wearing should impede our movement. It says we're getting 9 a second. Is that because we're below 80% or something? I don't understand. I don't understand. There's another egg. Alright, we can make 3 more bacon and eggs. Our mission was a success. Let's get more chrysanthemum. That was 101 chrysanthemum we just managed to harvest. Hopefully should last us for a bit. Is it the encumbrance, maybe? Is being encumbered, does that reduce your stamina regeneration? Maybe it does. It doesn't claim to, right? I don't know. We need to get back to digging, because we need to get those iron spikes done. So I'm gonna just... Okay, so... Crystal beaker. Hooray, we have a beaker. how much that really helps, but it might. Open the food crate. 10 blueberry pies. Okay, well, that helps a lot. Melee mods. We got Gravedigger, Burning Shaft, and Wood Splitter. Can I add this on there? Okay, there we go. So our club's good. And then over here, we can add in that Gravedigger thing. So it'll always get that. Well, we'll still keep those on there for right now. Actually, what do I want on here? Metal spikes, yes. I kind of would rather have the weighted head, a chance to stun and slow victims here. So for this, I can add that on. Okay, cool. So I guess we have a flaming pickaxe now. Oh, handy. Yucca fruit, which we can turn into something. What is yucca fruit used for? Is it anything except yucca smoothie? Helps you can survive in really cold environments. I don't know, we can consider that later. Lots of chrysanthemum. We can make bacon and eggs. Ten blueberry pies, though. That's good. Could definitely make use of that. And ammunition materials. Advanced materials. We had something with... there we go. We had that down there. Bulk materials, there's 6,000 lumber to store there, because we probably don't need all of that. Pop this down. Got more glue here. Doing alright. Let me finish that. We got forged iron, hooray. Time to craft more spikes. Right now I'm hoping we can, with that Gravedigger mod, I think we'll be able to two-shot. Yeah, here we go. That also means we need less of the other mods, so we can keep that over there and put like that here. And we should, yeah. Gravedigger's the only mod we need on this to be able to hit that breakpoint. Anything else is overkill. And repairing this only costs 1 stone, so needing to repair it more often is really not a big deal. I'd much rather not have to shift around mods as much. Oh, we never filled in that other spot up there, did we? Well, we managed to piddle a lot of the day away, but we did get 10 blueberry pies and several new melee mods, so, you know, that worked out quite well. How's stamina our second doing right now? 9? Is 9 the baseline? I've just been... I don't know. I thought it was 10 was the baseline. I thought I saw that a lot. So I don't even know at this point. those mods will definitely help here. So our leveling has slowed down. And we'll get a big boost when we get to concrete, though, I think. At a minimum, hopefully we can get one layer of the iron spikes here down. And then our food situation has been solved for a while, thanks to those 10 blueberry pies. I have plenty of chrysanthemums, so... Why did it say you are not hurt? That's not... I'm going to do this to lower the food digestion anyway, since we have easily hundreds of, not hundreds, but over 100 chrysanthemum easily that we just got. So we can just spam red teas a lot of the time, I feel like. I'm going to fill these in before I forget that they exist to be filled in again. Yeah, now we're up to needing... Yeah. Now getting the Art of Mining Volume 5 would give us maybe a level or two at most. Even making stone and everything else. Those numbers that looked so, holy cow, that's a lot of XP, just stop to mean much once you get this high in level. We're not even that high. I mean, we're at level 33. High in level, I should say, I suppose, just to be clear. The fact that you need intellect 10 to create steel is kind of annoying. That means you basically you can't... I guess if you find the steel tool schematic and you find forged steel lying around, you can make the tools, which I guess is the idea. But man, intellect level 10 looks really painful because a lot of the other things stopping at 7 gives you most of the good stuff. But maxing out that stuff, oof. There we are, crafting spikes, good, good, good. There's one. Crafting is just very slow. So that's going into intellect, which allows us to unlock Grease Monkey if we felt like making a bicycle, which we don't right now. And it would require a workbench anyway, I think. No, it doesn't, but it would require everything else. Let's see. Bicycle chassis. I guess you can make it without a workbench, which makes sense because, you know, workbenches requires int 4. It'd suck if the vehicle unlocked it int 2 requires int 4 to actually make. But whether we're going to bother with any vehicle before, like a motorcycle. I don't know. Doing fine so far. And for those complaining about me not fighting the zombies as much, you know, of course the response to this always is, in a zombie survival game, you would think that the goal is to fight the zombies as little as possible. They're a threat, not a reward. They're something you have to deal with, or have to survive, as it were. This is definitely a very... This is the biggest base I've ever built, especially, well, even, yeah, biggest base I've ever actually built. I had a bigger individual project, which was a huge wall back in an earlier alpha. 1 layer thick, I think it was like around a graveyard or something. Okay, so that should hopefully take care of screamers. Normally, like, again, we had an 8x8 originally, and 6x8 is the smallest base I usually make, which allows the interior that you see there, plus it, I have more room. It's a 6x6 inside instead of a 6x4. So it gives you 50% more room, which is not strictly speaking necessary, but I felt like I'd be able to pull it off. And I felt the extra room, like in the basement, for more workbenches or concrete mixers or whatever would be nice. And in terms of forts to defend during Horde Night, we got the other one, which, as mentioned, of course, is expendable. If it gets utterly wrecked here, that's 100% okay. Repairs. In earlier alphas, I just have legions of wood spikes outside the area. You know, like wood spike 6 layers deep or whatever, and I'll probably try to get something similar tomorrow. So tomorrow we need to really focus on the Horde base, because it will of course be Horde Night again. And as it is set up right now, we can hold off the zombies. But we need a way to be able to kill the zombies. I'm getting a higher game stage here, so we can go and start finding like better quality. If we do find guns, we want them to be higher quality, since considering we can't respawn them. Harvested thousands of clay as well, so this is the other dual purpose here, right? This also gives us all of the clay we need, so it's a double win. So we're probably like 18 out, so So this, just filling these in will consume most of the rest of our cobblestone. So we'll need more cobblestone, we'll need more iron spikes. Our crafting queue is getting pretty full. Stuff like this winds up being annoying. Yeah, setting the zombies on fire did not really seem to add much damage. And I'm worried that the fact that like the zombies have effectively so much health may be part of it. What might used to do, you know, 15% of their health if left on fire, if it only does 5% total. So potentially a lot less useful. Because you have to make the rest of the damage through other means. I am aware of the time. I'll have to actually fill in those frames later, but they're there at least. Made it safely. Some farm plots here. Should take a while. Bunch of red tea coming up. Do we actually need all of that forged iron? I mean, that's enough for like 150 spikes. Let's just output it. Question is, what else do we need the iron for right now? And the answer is nothing that I can think of, so... This is kind of going to the defaults to that type moment. We will need a little bit more cobblestone, though not a ton. So do we mine iron, or do we mine... So that'll take all the way through the end of the night, so let's get the farm blocks done overnight at least. Okay. Do we mine stone or do we mine iron? We have a lot of iron right now. I mean, we're using... let's go get more iron. And yeah, our pickaxe is always good to go. Our shovel is good enough to go. Our stone axe would like more mods when we can. And our bat's good to go. We have the lowers armor, degrades slower, and chance to stun enemies, which all seem pretty good. Let's see, with this burning shaft mod, you could even be mining in the dark if you needed to. And I'm not expecting this to work, I'm just testing something here. The bonus versus dirt, this should not affect this. Yeah. As expected, you actually need like the iron splitter thing or something that does general damage. So we can keep that on our shovel. Okay. Might even split the night here. You know, part 1, dig up iron. We need to heal up though. Those 10 blueberry pies will help a lot. That's a lot of... it'll take a lot of effort to make. So the supply drop. Now again, once we have a farm and everything, rolling 10 blueberry pies will make a lot less of a difference, but this early on, heck yeah. It's enough to feed you for, I think each blueberry pie is worth like 44 food too. It's enough to feed us for several days at a minimum. Which means we can focus on leveling up and getting to cement mixers. We're done on those farm blocks. Almost done. Yeah, we were going to start the farm today, weren't we? And we got caught up in everything else. Too many things to do. Should still have, like, yeah, 6,000 lumber in reserve, and about 3,000 with us right now. Probably not needed, but hey, it gives us experience still. This experience doesn't cost stamina. So we finish filling in those frames and placing down the iron spikes here. We need to do something similar on the other side. Gotta watch the cave-ins. This is the danger of digging up versus digging down. I'm having to jump up that much. I should probably switch my strategy a little bit. Looks like iron, yep. Technically, as long as we're doing 120 per swing here, the rest of the number doesn't matter. So that looks like the end of the iron in that direction, which is fine. It is noticeably lighter with this here, isn't it? Cave-ins. currently level 34, right? On day 14. We had a good leveling of like 3 levels a day for a while, but as the levels go up, I don't think we're gonna keep getting that anymore. And again, if one cobblestone block was able to hold up like 12 going out, then this shouldn't be a problem. But so that won't hold, which is expected. Having to burn stamina to do that is annoying. Crafting queue is just very long right now. And again, because this is more like a fun thing, a single support pillar like that can make a huge difference. We are a little bit outside the base, so it really shouldn't be an issue. But shouldn't be an issue. Like I managed to collapse one base on myself before, though that admittedly was me being really dumb. Like I eroded all of the support for it. It's a miracle it stood up as long as it did. I was in the basement and I was like trying to dig out the walls. I basically dug out like nearly every single freaking wall. And underneath, in order to then put, I was like, I'm gonna put new supports under that. Yeah, but if you remove all of them, then you're literally trying to get the base currently to float up on air. And I did not stop and think about that at the time. So yeah, there's literally, the entire base was basically pretty much nothing underneath it. And that eventually did make it collapse, shockingly enough. Starving, oh no. Minutes to finish these iron spikes. So I think the priority here is going to be, except for blueberries, I don't think we really had any other plants that are really worth planting that much. The farm will mean a lot more and we get like potatoes and corn and stuff. Exhausting this iron vein is completely fine. As mentioned, we have another iron mine that we know about. We can easily make more, and we are stockpiled with a lot of iron. Once we get all these spikes done, our need for iron will diminish drastically, for a while at least. Item needs repairs. I've gathered about another 15,000 iron here. Daisy. Okay then. If we slap this down here. We have 3 more levels to go before we can make a cement mixer. Getting a point in salvage operations might be nice as well. Or that might be a slightly longer term goal. Can we make it to another 18,000 iron here? The world is waiting with bated breath. If I wasn't near my base, I wouldn't even be worried about these pillars, honestly. But I'm close enough to my base that it makes me at least hesitate for a moment. And the base is a lot bigger than it normally is. That zombie bear made me... Yeah, the zombie bear running into my base and coming up at the roof was, makes you question your life decisions, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we've mined another 18,000 iron here. Didn't we get like 30,000 the night before? I guess we were way more focused on mining than we were here. I guess we were dealing with the farm plot and the like. Alright, let's get back upstairs. We got work to do today. And I'll see you on the flip side.